many horse treats can I fit in my pocket? We're going out to see the horses, and we have these knickerdoodles, which are literally the favorite treat of all the horses and ponies. So I'm gonna fit as many of these in my pocket as I possibly can, because if I take the bucket out, it'll literally freeze. Like, I can't even explain to you guys the weather right now, because it's so freaking bad. Like, the weather here is like, I have to take off these glasses because I can't see anything with them on. The weather here is like negative degrees. Like overnight we had it's freezing cold. Puppers is outside actually. She can be in, like, we've tried to bring her inside because I know everybody's gonna get on me because it's so cold here in Minnesota. We had a water line break, so this is currently ice, because our water pipe broke. Mike just messaged me, be careful walking out the door because there's literally ice. So a pipe broke in our basement, and so there was water. Thankfully it's just in our garage, but now it's all, he had to like get the water out. Now it's ice out here. It sucks. I don't know how long this live is going to go because of the cold. I don't know if you guys can see my breath. I can see my breath. But Puppers can go outside, or can go in the house. She also has a spot inside where she can go. And then I wanted to show you guys what we set up for the cats because of the cold. Like, the cats were not doing well. And so we set up it's like when I had Holly's puppies here, there was like a big heater, and it was a big round heater that's flat. So we set that up for the cats. They're actually probably all on it right now. And we have a cat house for our cats. So they're in the cat house, then they're on a heater. Oh yeah, they're in there. I don't want to disturb them too much because it's cold. Hey, Puppers. But there they are. This is their cat house, and that heater is set to 81 degrees. So they're in there staying warm. We had somebody last year gift us heated cat water, which has been amazing. So that's running, and they have water and food. But come on, Puppers. Here's Puppers. So they have heated water, and Puppers has a heated water dish too. Hi, girl. This is Puppers. Hi. Hi, Puppers. Yeah, it's cold. But she's a St. Bernard and German Shepherd. She prefers to be outside, even in these frigid temperatures. Like I said, she comes in periodically, and overnight we just lock her in because it's just too dangerous for her to be out. But during the day, she is outside. I have a cold, so fun. I am sick. And a couple of the kids have it too. But 'tis the season. Could be worse. So here's my bigs. They're both blanketed. Oh, it's cold. They're both blanketed. And then, well, it's freezing. They have hay nets that are full down there. But there's no wind today, and they prefer to eat off their big hay net, or out of their big hay feeder. Hey, Norman. Hi, buddy. All right, let's get you a treat. He knows I have a treat too. Here you go, buddy. Good boy. Miss Lovey, do you want a treat? This is Lovey. You get a treat too. You're a good girl. Good girl. Hi, girl. Pupper's just running around being a crazy dog. Hi. Hi. Do you need another one? Yeah, Norman got two. You can have another one. Good girl. But for them, warm is their blankets on, and then they're out of the wind and the cold. They have the ability to get out of wind and cold which is down here. Now for the minis, oh, hang on, I'm sorry, I'm not reading comments. Oh, hey, Danetta, how are you? Ellie, oh, Ellie's in here. Hello, everybody. Mary, how are you? Hi, guys. I hope you guys, maybe you're in warmer temps than I am, but it's, like we got to, with the wind chill, it's been -40. It's very, very cold here. So what we did for the minis, so like the bigs have hay bag in here so that if it's freezing cold, I haven't been on many lives either though. So that might be why you haven't caught many. But I have hay so they can come in here and eat. There they are. But for the babies, I'll show you what I did. First I gotta get in there and it's so cold. Show you guys what I did with the minis. So we had, oh, hang on, I have to shut my gate here or they will escape. The minis are escape artists. And Miss Rosie has escaped more than once. Thankfully she's good, but. So what we did when it was freezing cold for the minis, and here they are. Hey, Little John, hey, Rosie. They can smell treats right now. So they're like, lady, did you come here empty-handed? No, I didn't. Hang on. Oh, I'll get you one. And then we gotta get one for you. This is Rosie. So, as you can see, Little John does not have a coat. Let me explain to you what happened this year. So Little John has a pretty thick coat, and he's a pretty stout little chunky fella. But I locked them. We put them in here when it was so cold. We put this down. We completely locked them in here so that they could stay warm. Filled it up with hay and everything, bedding and stuff, and we locked them in here because it was just too cold to even have them be able to be outside. Hi. Are you saying hi to everybody? Rosie is thinner. She's older. We put the coat on her. I'll explain what happened. This is Little John's old coat. It fits Rosie perfectly. And the coat that we had for Rosie didn't fit her at all because she's gained some weight. So we put the coat on Rosie. Little John currently doesn't have a coat, which I aimed to fix because it was going to be so cold. And literally every single place was selling out. And I know that I should have prepped it ahead of time. We had passed on Rosie's coat because it was too small for either of the ponies. So we were like, let's get rid of Rosie's coat. And so we did that, and I wish we would have kept it because we would have put it on Little John. Little John did well, and especially because Mike had them locked in there and it was bedded. They did really well. He wasn't even shivering, nothing. Hi there, mister. Hello there, Mr. Cutie. He did really well, but he does need a coat. And so, look at her little nose. Look at her little nose. Oh my goodness, baby, and your little eyelashes. Oh my goodness. I'm not kidding, guys. It's freezing cold out here, but they're good. They're not like shivering, and they're preferring right now to be outside. So we're feeding them out here because they prefer to be outside right now, but windy is not good. So what happened was I took my Amazon wish list down. These guys are rescues. They're both from a kill pen, and so is Lovey. And I took my wish list down for several reasons. Because I felt like I had most of the things that I needed and that I was pretty well stocked up on things, and I didn't want to obligate people to give if I didn't need anything, and I didn't have many things that I needed. So I took my wish list off, and I'm working on putting it back together again because there are some things that we definitely need, including a coat for Little John. Of course, like I like to say, regardless of if people donate it or not, we're getting him a coat because we want to have one here on hand. He did well without one, but I like them to have a coat. Without the coat, when it's too cold, I do have to lock them in there because I don't trust it. I have to keep them safe, especially this cold. It's just too cold. So, hey, You want to say hi? He keeps coming right in the camera. Hi, buddy. How are you? I know you're so cute. But I am working on, and I'll post it on my page when I get done with it. But I'm working on getting that together because look at how good this used to be Little John's coat, and it fits Rosie perfectly, which I'm really thankful for. It fits her absolutely perfect. Little John was kind of buried in it a little bit, and so it fits her really well. Hi, and she really needs it. She's a little bit thinner, she's a little bit older and has a little bit more trouble, and as you can see, I know her hair is getting long. We're going to fix it. We're going to give her both of them. Actually, his is getting thick and long. They both need to have it thinned out. I have a thinning scissors that somebody donated, and they both need to have their hairs done. But while it's cold out, I feel like maybe it's not that bad to have all that on there. It keeps them a little bit warmer. So kind of holding off till we get warmer weather to come out and work a little bit on their manes, at least thinning them out a little bit. Oh man. I'm on the phone, but I'd rather watch this. Oh, Teresa, you're so sweet. Look at Puppers. She's out there just waiting, hanging out for me. She can actually come in here. She can get in here through the gate, but for some reason, I don't know. Maybe it's because she likes sitting in the sun. You like sitting in the sun, Puppers? I'm surprised my phone's holding out this well because let me tell you guys, it's cold. It's actually not bad. I'm guessing that's why they want to stand out here because in the sun, it's a lot nicer. Come on, little goose. What you doing? Yeah. What you doing? Yep. So I'll throw him another. The biggest thing for keeping him warm is the blankets are good. Being out of the wind is good. He's checking my pockets. Lady, are you sure you don't have any more? Puppers, what are you doing? You are acting just like Mr. Moo used to. You're begging just like Mr. Moo used to do. You're begging. I don't have any more. There is no more treats in my pocket, honey. Yeah. Mary and Kayla, hold on. Having a tarp around you keeps you warm. Huh. Okay, he's from Italy. Maybe belt. Yeah, so I'm in Minnesota. So I'm a tarp to the top. So this thing comes down and this is a tarp. This is a tarp. And then we have a gate. So he swings the gate around. That way they can't, because they would just break through a tarp. So he swings the gate around and this is a tarp. And it does keep the wind out perfectly. And then when it's not too bad and we want them to be able to be out, because honestly, they start fighting and bickering against each other. If they're in that enclosed space for too long, it's not good. They don't like it. But when you have to do it, you have to do it because it's so cold. But this is actually a really thick tarp. And Mike just brings it down, puts the gate so that they can't break through it, and then puts the tarp down over it. And then inside there's hay and a combination of hay and sawdust for bedding to keep them warm. And they do really well in here. This is their spot. And then we have their water in here. And then, of course, when it's freezing cold and they have to be locked inside, then we feed them in here. He is just a little nosy Nancy, aren't you? Hi. Hi. Oh, my goodness. Sew a coat for Little John? Oh, well, I could sew a coat for Little John. I've looked into making one myself because I actually do sew. But when I looked at the time and the process and the materials, it's $74 to buy him a coat. And I think I'm going to go that route. Whether somebody donates it or whether I go buy it myself, they make them really, really, really well. And the ponies, and they have like double straps. So if you look at Rosie's, see how it's kind of like the big horses, but then it has this extra belly strap here that holds it on. And then it has the leg straps in the back. There's a lot of straps, and it makes it so they don't take them off. Are you guys hanging out in here, puppers? Puppers decided to come out and hang out with the minis. Look at them, aren't they cute? You gotta be nice to them. Be nice to them. Yes. Okay, little John, don't be a turd to her. I'm telling her to be nice to you, and then you're being a little turd to her. Well, you can't do that. You can't do that. You little man. You little man. I'm so impressed with how he's walking lately. Like, his back legs are really coming along. He looks great. He's really cruising around, aren't you, lately? Yeah. But well, I'm in Minnesota. We're in Minnesota in the US, and we just got pummeled by cold weather, like -40 with the wind chill. It is very cold here. In fact, I'm surprised my phone's holding out this long. South Minneapolis. Oh gosh, what's going on in Minneapolis? Oh my God. All I can say is I'm so grateful. So grateful. I do not live in that part of our state. It's an embarrassment. I just, I'm from Minnesota, but I don't want to talk about Minnesota. Like I honestly was watching like some news headlines and stuff before I came out here to do the minis, and I'm like, all right, fully depressed. Time for ponies. Time to come spend some time with my babies. So, yeah, you're a good boy. But I mean, you guys see how thick his coat is. I mean, he fared so well. He did so good in the cold, didn't you, buddy? I know, you're looking for another treat, aren't you? So we're like 2.5 hours from the cities. So, yep, we're about 2.5 hours from there. So we're not dealing with it here. There are things like we're supposed to go. Mike and I are supposed to go to a concert that's going to be in Minneapolis, and we're already thinking about, hey, what are you doing? That used to be the chicken coop door. Are you using, that used to be where the chickens went in and out. And Puppers, we had put that board in there so you couldn't get in there, and now you can. Puppy, you goofball pup. Yeah, so now we're thinking about just canceling the trip because we're like, I don't personally feel like it's safe in Minneapolis, and I would rather not risk it. And I think Mike's in the same boat, and it sucks, but it's just like, I don't think it's worth going to that area at all. You know, I'd rather be safe than sorry because it's just ridiculous. Hold on, guys, I gotta set you down while I shut this gate. I don't want any escapees. No thanks. Oh, they're following me in here. Look at them. All right, I'm gonna throw you guys some hay. I like to keep their hay in a net. Keeps it cleaner and makes it last longer. If you just give them piles of hay, they just go through it. It's good to have it be a slow feed, but sometimes they just need a nice little snack. So we're just gonna chuck them some hay, and they can just munch away on it. Mostly, I just keep the hay net full, but sometimes they get spoiled, and I'll just throw them a chunk, especially when the ground is froze and it's all snowy. I don't like to do it in summertime just because there's more bugs, more things that can happen, but here, come here, babies. You guys want a snack? And sometimes they'll bicker about food. So we try to keep it in more than one place so that if they want to fight and argue about it. But they also keep, it's really nice, they kind of keep it clean. Like this is their eating area when they're outside. This is their eating area. This is their pooping area. Up in there is their water, and they keep it pretty clean. It's kind of nice. So they never poop over here because this is where they eat. They're both of them. They're very clean. There's nothing over in this area. And normally their hay bag for outside is tied right here. But you guys were inside most of the time, weren't you? Mike just let them out today. My second cousin is in Kansas. It's so cold, guys. Oh my gosh. Their new area is really, really nice. We're planning to move, and I'm just hoping that we get a nice spot. We have an awesome shelter that works great in the summertime, and we love it. And that's up top right now. And up here, that's the shelter for the minis in the summertime. And in the wintertime, we move them down here where they're next to the big horses and all the water, because we have to heat all the waters. So the big horses have this big water heater in there, and the mini horses have a heated bucket. And so everything has to be run with electricity, and that's way up there. So instead, we put them in a little lean-to in there, then they're good, and then the bigs, and then we can keep everybody's waters thawed and keep them all together. It works pretty good. Papa's, how you doing? I'm starting to get cold and my fingers are freezing. I don't know how you're surviving. Good dog. She's a very good dog. Somebody had gifted her chicken hearts off of an Amazon wish list, and this was 2 or 3 months back. She's been hitting them hard this week. She's been eating. She eats really good raw food, but she's needed extra treats. I feel like she deserves them since her. Oh yeah, sometimes too the horses, their arthritis will flare up when it's cold like this. If you watch Lovey, she's just moving stiff. She's pretty stiff. There was one day when Norman was really in rough shape, and their arthritis, when the weather changes, gets very bad. So yeah, Puppers is awesome. So yeah, their arthritis gets bad and they get really stiff in the cold. Holy crap, it's cold. Oh my gosh. Like, when we came out the night that it was the coldest to put the thing up for the minis, like, it was literally within minutes, and Mike had like almost like the start of frostbite on his hands. Like, it's so bad. So here's Puppers. And then we had really brutal wind. So there's spots where there's no snow, and then there's spots where it's like drifted way up, just depending on where the wind was hitting. Oh man. What you doing, Babs? Puppy, where are you going? I hear a kitty. Who is out in this? I hear a cat. Kitty! Hey, Bubba's. For the most part, the cats are all inside in their spot, but I suppose if they're gonna come out, it's gonna be this time of the day when it's the warmest. But for the most part, they have hunkered down, and I put like food right outside their cat house so they can like eat and just not really come outside much. But yeah, to say it's cold would be an understatement. Could be worse. I gained 5 pounds as soon as the cold weather hit. It's so hard because honestly, it's just hard. You can't get out and do as much. Even me, it's just like, man. Mike, a lot of times will do the animal chores when it's freezing. Just, Puppers, are you cold? Sometimes I gotta make her take a break. Come here, Puppers. She's freezing, and her paws. She's having trouble walking. Come here. Oh wow, this is very icy. Yep. Come in here. Yeah. Come in where it's warm. And you gotta stay in here for a bit. I know your paws are cold. She would go all day and freeze herself before she'll come in. So because I'm coming in, she'll probably stay in. But all that to say, I can't believe my phone has kept battery for that long. Sometimes when I come back and read the comments, I laugh because you guys are great. But if you're new here, if you enjoy animals and animal rescue, like and subscribe because that's what my channel's about. On my community posts or my posts, I'll put a new link once I get the Amazon wish list going. I'm working on it. I'm just adding a few things that we actually really need. But it's just like, we're gonna have cold for another week and a half, 2 weeks here. It looks like it's cold in our near foreseeable future. And so I'll just do lives when I can, but with the freezing cold, it's like, I'm honestly shocked my phone did that well. But everybody take care. Have a great weekend. Holy heck. I'm gonna go drink an entire pot of something that's coffee-ish, that tastes like coffee but isn't actually coffee. But everybody take care. I also started poking me. Me too, Janetta. Our temp here, hold on. I'm just keeping my stuff on because I'm cold, so I'm like, screw it. I'm keeping my bibs on and I'm keeping my coat on and screw it. I also keep the fire going 24/7. So this bad boy, yeah, still going 24/7. -3. Right now it's -3. Last night it was, when I got up at like 3 in the morning, it was -20. Had a pipe burst in the garage, so that was super fun. Will do, Danetta. Will do. Yeah, so a pipe bursted in here, and as you can see, still a little wet, so that's fun. Yeah, poor Mike. If it's not one thing, it's another, so, you know. But the good news is we got the, you guys were always, when I came in here for lives, we were doing ceiling renovation, putting in these new ceiling tiles. Good news is I can now show my ceiling because there's not huge holes in it because we got it fixed. Because the cat was climbing into the ceiling and wreaking havoc in the entire basement. So now our ceiling's fixed. So that's good. Oh, garage door opener quit working. That's the problem. Is it's just like, even for school, I feel bad because, like, what if something happens when people are driving? Like, kids shouldn't be waiting out in the cold. So this past Friday, they actually canceled. Our kids didn't have school, and most places in Minnesota, I believe, they did not have school on Friday just because of the cold. But anyways, everybody take care. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks everybody for jumping on, and I'll talk to you later.